Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Here I am doing yet another live stream. This time we're focusing on Lord of the Eggs, a Skylanders Easter special, which is basically a parody of Lord of the Rings. So, I got nothing else to say, let's check it out. And Terrafin's like, winning isn't everything, but at least you feel good about it. And the shadows over here, it looks like they're about to engage in battle. Already have. And it looks like the music of Lord of the Rings plays. Da 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 da. Lord of the Eggs. Now, here's a fun fact. Before we continue, I actually did want to do an actual full parody of Lord of the Rings. And this was when me and my family were getting into the Lord of the Rings spirit when the Hobbit movies came out. You know, the Hobbit trilogy with Peter Jackson. We got the one with Martin Freeman as young Bilbo. And then there was the return of Gandalf and Saruman and Gollum. And it was based on a kid's book, but it was lengthened out to be a bit more of an epic in a three-parter. With and also Benedict Cumberbatch as the dragon. I wanted to do a Lord of the Rings parody for quite a while. I had the entire trilogy on DVD. I've seen all the films. I had to come up with some various ideas on how. I even had some ideas for who's who. Spyro as Aragorn, Gil Grunt as Legolas, and Trigger Happy as Gimli. It's something like, you have my breath, and you have my harpoon, and my guns. And I was thinking of Master Eon as Gandalf and Chaos as Saruman, and the Archean King as Sauron. And several others I had to think about, like the Hobbits. I was thinking maybe the mini Skylanders, like the first four minis get to play as the main Hobbits. Like Trigger Snappy's Frollo, Gilrunt is Sam, and Pippin and Merry are played by Terabyte and Whisper Elf. And the giant ants, they would probably be Tree Rex or Stump Smash. And believe it or not, the Balrog was supposed to be played by Drillex. And I actually tried to think about some song ideas for Drillex. Like, do I hear the sound of a Skylander? Is that ba-da-da-da-da? And then that's what I wanted to do, just to make it a bit more silly. People were not fond of this idea. They thought, yeah, no, it doesn't match anything of Lord of the Rings. That's the point of a comedy. A comedy is supposed to play something different. A parody and even a comedy is supposed to do something new and creative with a similar concept, satirize it, make it different, and make it funny or something like that. That's the point of a comedy. If you want it to be completely exactly like it is, you're not parodying it. You're basically directly copying it. It's the same mistake I had with Cracked Chaos, hence why I don't want to repeat the same mistake. And as for The Hobbit, I was thinking having it based on the Ed, Edd and Eddy episode, All Eds Are Off, where the characters, they all bet each other not to do their usual habits for an entire journey. If any of them lose, they're out of the game. You could argue that's a little bit like Total Drama in a way, but I didn't watch Total Drama on all of the time. In fact, I only now that this year did I decide to watch Total Drama. I might do a Skylanders Total Drama parody or something else with the Total Drama concept later, but then again, I hear that the Fresh TV and Cake are on a bit of a manhunt, taking down any fan animations or tributes relating to the parody of Survivor. Anyways, let's go here. It seems he is about to attack. Nope, it's a chess game. Checkmate. Yeah, shit, that piece looks familiar. And that painting over there is based on Andy Warhol. Is Trigger Happy doing the thing? That painting over there of Nightmare is based on the girl with the earrings, with the pearl earrings. And I did another parody song. Everybody, yeah, rock your body. I cheated a little bit on this animation. I had some tweening bits. By the way, this is based on the fact that Baloo was coming to Disney Infinity in his classic looks. This was made in response. His appearance in the game was basically to promote the 2016 Jungle Book live-action remake, which I say is the best of the Disney live-action remakes. The only one of, if not the only Disney live-action remake I thought was worthy. In fact, dare I say, it's worthy enough to be a movie that stands on its own and be a loving tribute to both the Rudyard Kipling novel and the 1967 movie. Some of the other live-action remakes I didn't mind, but even I recognize that they have issues. Even I see that they got some issues, some very heavy issues, like the Aladdin one, the Lion King one. Definitely the Pinocchio and Mulan one. They were the worst in my eyes. Anyways, that spider over there was in the cave. Found anything yet? Nope. Be careful what you wish for. And then he covers a random glowing egg. And there's a healing pool. Those never brought up again. I'm sorry. I think this is where I put my best usage of its lighting. This is one of the times where I try to make it as pleasing as possible. I wish they had gold inside. Suddenly the egg glowed, and then... Well, there was chocolate in that egg. Yeah, I must have granted your wish.
It must be a wishing egg.
Yeah, he starts eating the egg.
Yeah, let me take a trick of that. I wish this place was teeming with gold.
And say the Slam Bam, I portray him as a guy who not only is very relaxed, but I feel like he doesn't need any. He doesn't really need anything extra. He just is relaxed. He just doesn't think he needs anything else. Him being a Skylander and him being humble is all he needs. No need for wealth. No need for gluttony. It's just him. So they bring the egg to Spyro, and I think this is the first time I did that whole blurry effect with the focusing on the camera thing with some blurry focus. That's the thing. Now Hitachi does make a wish. He says there are no rules. The similar vein to the the 8-ball, the magic 8-ball. The one from Toy Story where Woody shakes the ball. He says, "Will Andy pick me?" And it shows, "Don't count on it." Oh. Now Spyro's like, "Okay, I am impressed, but you gotta destroy it." Of course, you're probably wondering if I should have done a bit more wishing, like other characters would find the egg and you start making some random wishes. I didn't have a lot of time because Easter was quite close, and I didn't want to go too chaotic. You have only one choice. The egg must be destroyed. This is you have only one choice. The ring must be destroyed. And Trigger Happy starts acting like a golem here.
He's my precious.
Never, I wish you were frozen. I should have made a "I was frozen today" joke. Actually, I kind of did. Now, here's a funny thing. Originally, I was going to have Trigger Happy wish that Slam Bam had his arms disappear so he won't be able to grab onto anything, and then have Terrafin be magnetized to Slam Bam.
I wish they could love me.
Emily, this was kind of Deus Ex Machina. I'm sorry. Mr. Ping's Noodle Soup is from Kung Fu Panda. I wish for salt! Yeah, Trigger Happy did nothing to try and stop Eruptor. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, by the way, I kind of cheated a little bit. I actually took a clip, I actually copied a free image of lava patterns I found on the internet, and I did a little green screening on it. Sorry if comes off as a bit cheating. But it helps with the Lord of the Rings parody. I probably should have done what Total Drama did with Ezekiel with the money lava thing from World Tour. Let's see. I also included the scene with the torturing with music thing because, gotta be very honest, Happy is not one of my favorites. I'm sorry for anybody who loves Happy, the Pharrell Williams song, but Tacky by Weird Al Yankovic is more superior. Same with Handy instead of Fancy by Iggy Azalea. In fact, I was going to include Iggy Azalea's Fancy in an animation video to showcase my hatred for that song, but because of how much I hate that song, I just couldn't include it in any of my animations. It was just that bad. And I was able to stomach Happy a little bit so I can poke fun of it in my animations, but Fancy, And he's playing with his reflection. And over here we got Spyro in the Tiger in the doing a reference to the Tiger in the Tropical Storm, aka Surprise, by Henri Rousseau, a painter which basically is what inspired the artists of Madagascar to do with the backgrounds. And then there's food fight with a tomato in his face. It's representing a painting called Son of Man. And this will be an easy game. His reflection won, crown me. And I used the Beatles song Long Tall Sally, which I'm also surprised managed to get past the radar. Now the lighting on the caverns was also inspired by the cavern episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. It may not be the best in terms of story, but I do love the look of that episode. And some people even pointed out that this episode, that the wishing egg thing was. Some people told me that isn't this kind of like that Smurfs episode when Gargamel makes a egg and he tries to wish for the Smurfs to go away, but then it ends up in the hands of the Smurfs, and the Smurfs start abusing its power by wishing themselves to be Papa Smurf. I wasn't aware about that, but I did check out the episode. I was like, I did not know that. In fact, do you ever had those moments where you came up with a story, you made that episode story, and then somebody brings out, it kind of reminds me of this from another show or something like that, and they're like, I never heard of that before. Maybe I should check it out. It's like, it is like that. Had I done with that Lord of the Rings Hobbit parody idea, before I knew what Total Drama was all about, I was like, it was just, I never knew that before. In fact, what other animations do you think I might have done and you said it might have reminded you of something that I probably haven't heard of before? You can ask me what it is in the comments. Thank you for joining me in this commentary. I hope to see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video.